Hello, everybody. Thank you so much to Teryl Rothery for joining us today, one of the stars of the upcoming Hallmark movie Made for Each Other. Thank you so much, Teryl.
Oh, thank you for having me. This is great.
Tell us a bit, what's been the main element in Judith's character and the movie in general that fascinates you the most and also convinced you to join this movie Made for Each Other?
Well, when it was put forward to me, I hadn't even read the script, but because I knew the director, Jeff Beasley, and one of our executive producers, Joey Plager, I knew hands down. I didn't need to read it. I wanted to do it because I've worked with both of them before, and they are absolutely magnificent. And then I was obviously sent the script right away and fell in love with it. You know, you have a good script when you're reading something, or,
Yeah.
even when you're reading a book, you read something and you laugh out loud. It was one of those things for me. So, and I loved the character of Judith and how I'm not going to say too much because it hasn't aired yet. I don't want to give any spoilers, but she's a mom, I think, that all of us know and have experienced either with of our own, with our one of our own, but with one of our just this full of energy, busybody kind of mom that I love.
Yeah, and um, relating to a personal level, is there any particular feature in Judith's character that you can relate to personally as a human being?
Protection, the mama bear syndrome that she has with both of her girls. She's just, and I certainly have that with my daughter. Sometimes I'll say something to my daughter who is 14. I only have one child, but she's 14, and every once in a while I'll say something and I'll go, "Oh, that kind of sounded like Judith, didn't it?" Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
And
passion, the love of a parent is what I identify with the most.
and for all the fans that are looking forward to watching Made for Each Other, how would you describe the movie if you had just like three words?
Fun, laughter, love.
Great picks. We're really all looking forward to watching it. I mean, it's so exciting. I watched the trailer and
Did you?
it's so good.
It looks fun, huh? When does it
Yeah.
air there in Tuscany? When does it air?
I
Anybody?
don't know yet if there's an airing date for Italy yet, but
Okay.
we'll surely like check out online and see when it's out.
Good. Good, good, good.
And we know that you don't like making spoilers and such, but what can you tease about Judith's journey throughout the movie?
What can I tease about Judith's journey? Well, let's say that she starts out with her goal in mind and she's following through with dedication and perseverance for what it is she is wanting. And as time progresses, she realizes that maybe it's best to stand back and allow her child to make her own decisions. How's
Great.
that? It's very short and sweet.
Absolutely. And acting wise, in your opinion, what's been the biggest challenge for you in portraying Judith?
Hmm. To be perfectly honest, I didn't feel a challenge outside of wanting to portray her as the writer had created her. But that's a challenge in anything that I take on. She was just so brilliantly written, as was I mean, all of the characters, the movie itself, they were so beautifully written that when you've got that kind of thing on paper, it's so easy to breathe life into it. So yeah, I guess the only challenge would be to make sure I didn't disappoint the writers, if
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Yeah.
absolutely. And Talking about the experience on set with the cast and the crew, how would you describe it? I mean, and do you have any fun anecdotes to share with us from the filming of Made for Each Other?
Oh my goodness. I can honestly say it, and the handful of us as well, totally agree. There was just such an amazing bonding that went on with this cast. I cannot tell you how many times I would have messed my mascara up because I would laugh. I'd be laughing so hard that I would cry. And that goes for all of us. We had so much fun, Kiara, so much laughter and so much bonding. We did a lot of things together. And I think one of my very favorite moments was when all of us got together. It was Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And they had set up this big, huge table for us. And we all sat together as a family. And we all had, moments to share anecdotes and to, discuss what it was we were thankful for. So it was literally, I didn't feel like there was a missing of family because we had such an amazing family on this project, and it was just, if I wish it, we all say we wish there'll be a sequel after sequel after sequel because we would all love the opportunity to get together and work together again because it was just right from the get-go, from day one, it was just so fulfilling and so rewarding and so much fun.
That's so beautiful to hear. I mean, I think that's really a rare opportunity to have such an amazing bond, a family environment on set. It's not
It
always the
is.
case. I mean,
It's true. It's not always the case. And also, it doesn't happen just like that. I mean, usually
yeah,
there's some time, but there was just this magical gel of people um, who all had the same passion and drive to make this such a great movie because we all loved it and believed in it. So, yeah, on the topic of challenge, my challenge would be to get every project to be like this because it was just so magical. Yeah.
absolutely. And now a little fun question that we always ask to the people we're interviewing, and
Sure.
considering we're talking about Made for Each Other, it's on the Made for Each Other universe. If you had the chance to play another character in the movie apart from Judith, which one would it be and why?
Oh my goodness. They're all fun characters. Uh, hmm. I don't even know which one I would want. I'd want to play them all. I would want to, there's just every single character is so well rounded and so much fun. I'd love to play them all. It would be a riot to play, my daughter's character, Alex's character, or um, Aaron's character. That would be too much fun. I mean, all of it. It's just they all bring something extra special to the screen. So I would like to just keep doing the movie over and over again and playing every one of the characters. That's what I would like to do.
That's a beautiful news for all the fans that are looking forward to watching the movie. I mean,
They're going to be so
there's,
happy. They're not going to
yeah,
be disappointed. Yeah.
absolutely. And did you take anything from set to remember this experience, any prop or any piece of costume?
I think, yes, I did. We were filming and it was snowing where we were filming.
Oh,
And I wanted to take my winter boots, but I was too late to get them. Somebody else had snapped them up. But I took home two pieces of clothing that I really loved. And memories, so many memories, so many pictures of all of us. Yeah, it
so
was great.
beautiful. And among all the projects that you had the chance to work on, you're also starred on one of Netflix's hit shows, Virgin River. We loved you on that show.
Thank
And
you. Thank you.
what do you love the most about the show and Miriam's character?
Again, it's a lot of fun, so much fun. We just finished filming, you're aware, right? Season 5.
Yeah.
So we've had the majority of our crew has been with us from day one, same directors, that sort of thing. So again, it's a family situation, and certainly the Virgin River family is pretty magnificent as well. Um, Muriel is an absolute riot to play. She's just so in your face, isn't she?
Yes.
She's whatever she wants, she goes after it. Well, 110%.
She's a
She's a gift,
tiger. He's like a
isn't
tiger.
she? Total tiger, and she doesn't, back off of anything. But what I have enjoyed over the 5 seasons is how we've seen her be that tiger, but now we're starting to see some of the other stuff inside, some
Yes.
of the stuff that drives her to react the way she reacts, and the choices she's made in her life. So she's more and more, we're seeing more and more layers of all the characters actually, but I mean, for me, embracing Muriel's character, I'm seeing more and more layers to who she is, and
That's so
she's
true.
quite endearing. Yeah.
And can you tease us anything about Miris? What's next for her in season 5?
She will continue to get herself into trouble. Fun trouble. She is Muriel, and and all of those different things, but you'll start to see some different opportunities that are presented to her, and then how she decides she's going to go about these opportunities. And you'll see a lot of her, as you have seen in previous seasons, a lot of her acting and performing what it is she likes to do. Overall, the fans are going to be in for a really big surprise. There's lots of little twists and various things that I really hope you embrace as much as we have. It's because it's a great season.
We
All of them
really,
are, I think.
yes, absolutely. We really can't
Yeah.
wait for season 5 to come out. And you already mentioned before how beautiful the environment on set was, as
Uh-huh.
well for Virgin River. But how is it like for you to work and to build the relationship between with Annette Toole and Tim Maidson on set?
Oh, they're fabulous. Are you kidding me? They're two, first of all, between the two of them, they have such a tremendous body of work. They have played so many phenomenal roles and have been gifted with, well, because they have the talent, but also gifted with such great projects. They are two of my heroes. I love them both dearly. Annette, my little sort of aside from acting, is that Annette has inspired me to pick up knitting needles, which I never did before. So, so I,
Beautiful.
I'm, I know. So when you see Muriel, when we're in our little knitting
Yeah.
needlework, I'm actually knitting. I've grown quite fond
That's
of it. I still am not
incredible.
very good at. I've been working on a top, Kiara, for almost 3 seasons now. Still not finished. But
Yeah,
by golly,
the timeline on Virgin River is accelerating. I mean, every
right?
season it seems like they're not moving on with time. They're still there every time.
I know how things change in such a slow pace on
Yeah,
Virgin River. And I was saying, how long has Charmaine been pregnant?
I don't know.
It's like
I
forever.
lost track of time every time that I see a new episode, and she's still pregnant. I mean,
Yeah.
and
And you're
I
thinking,
keep asking myself, but when does she get birth or such?
right? It's like, when are those babies going to be born?
Yes.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Well, there you
And
go. That's my excuse for not finishing an actual full piece of clothing that I've knitted. There you go.
yes, yeah, absolutely. And throwing back instead to the origins of your acting career, how did the passion for acting come about in your life?
I remember it's all I ever wanted to. Well, first of all, I know for a fact it's all I've ever wanted to do, but it really came about when I was 4. I remember as far back as 4 and not understanding, obviously, what the term actor was or um, any of that. I just knew, or yeah, I just knew when people would say to me, "What do you want to grow up?" Or when you grow up, what do you want to be? And I would just say, movie star, movie star. That's all I ever would say, movie star. And it never changed. I mean, literally, that's all I've ever wanted to do, which is interesting because I was I just it was in me. I had to do it.
Yes, absolutely. And among all the roles that you had the chance to play and the project that you've worked on, is there any particular one that you're mostly fond of?
No, I'm terrible. I have so many favorites, so many favorites. But I mean, obviously, when you play a character like in series work, when you play a character for a long period of time, you do get attached, very attached, because you're in their skin. I like to call it being in their skin, um, and you're that person. So obviously, Muriel is very near and dear to me, as was Janet Fraser. I played her for 7 years on Stargate and Cedar Cove when I played Grace, and yeah, you get attached to those characters. So those are obviously the ones that are first and foremost in the mind. But even some of the other ones, series for a couple of maybe only went 2 seasons or
Yeah.
maybe 1 season. There's still always something in a character that I always appreciate and like, even if they're bad, even if the characters are naughty or bad or whatever, it's still fun, something that's fun and different that you hold on to and remember, you
Yeah,
know?
because you had the chance to like wear his or her clothes and to get to know them better and all this.
Exactly. Yeah.
And yeah, now our final question. If you had the chance to give some advice to young people who wants to pursue an acting career or a career in entertainment in general, what kind of advice would you give them?
First of all, the advice I would give anyone, whether it be acting or not, is that just follow your heart. Our heart never is never wrong. We know what we want to do. You got to follow your passion. And if you can make a living doing something you love, where you get up in the morning and you can't wait to get up in the morning and go to work, that is a good thing. That is a really good thing. And if that passion that you have is to be an actor or a writer or whatever in the industry of entertainment, then you just have to prepare yourself for a whole lot of no's before you get that one yes. So we call it having a thick skin. You have to let that just bounce off. And it's a hard thing to do because you of course take it personally. Well, why didn't I get that part? Or what did I do wrong? And that doesn't matter how many years you're in the industry, we still keep thinking, oh darn, what could I have done better? Or why didn't I? Or why, you constantly second guess, but you gotta let that go because the next job's going to come along, but be prepared. You might have 100 auditions, let's say, and maybe you'll be get a call back or they'll be interested in you for one of those jobs, and that's not even a guarantee that you get it. So just know that those no's can be hurtful and hard to take, but if it's something that's in you and you simply have to do it, then follow it. But as a parent, no, as a parent, I would say, but always make sure you have something to fall back on. Always make sure that you're going to be able to look after yourself and your family. Yeah.
So true. Thank you so much, Teryl. It's been really great to
You're
have you here.
welcome.
I hope you had a great time.
Thanks, Kara.
Thank
I
you.
did. Thank you so much.
And let's remind people that Made for Each Other premieres February 25 on Hallmark channel, where we can't wait to see more of Judas and all the story that's behind this amazing movie.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
thank you again.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a good day.
You too.